What's up, guys? This is Ben from the future, and today we are talking about how YouTube is the long game. What I mean by this is that it takes time to both develop your skill as a content creator and build a thriving community. It's often not an overnight success, and thank God, because it shouldn't be. In this video, I'm sharing some encouragement and some practical tips to help you stay consistent and stay creative. All right, that's enough from me. Let's go back to present day Ben.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream today. As mentioned before by Old Ben, we are talking about how YouTube is the long game. And I just wanted to do this stream to share some encouragement and talk about some practical tips to kind of navigate the long game that is YouTube. And what I mean by that is, it takes time. It takes time to grow. What's up, Toyin? Good to see you guys. If you're here in the chat, let's talk. Let's hang out a little bit. All right, this is going to be a fun stream today, and I'm hoping that this will help you guys out a little bit. I asked everybody in my community tab a little bit ago, how old is your most popular video? Because I think that's something that we should look at from time to time. So how old is your most popular video? And we had quite a few entries, and it seems like most people's videos, their most popular ones, are older than 1 year, which is pretty awesome. The reason why I think that's awesome, here, let me go ahead and change this. The reason why I think that's pretty cool is it tells me that videos can continue to grow over time. Videos can continue to grow over time. And I think that's really, really awesome, because I think a lot of us get discouraged when we post our latest video and it's not doing as good as our older videos. But you have to realize that older videos have been on the platform longer. They've had weeks and months and years even to accumulate views. And so when we post a new video, we cannot always expect it to be our very best one. The chances are it actually could still be your best video over time. You just have to give it some chance. YouTube is a lot different than any other social media platform in this way, because say Instagram, for example, if you post something on Instagram, it's pretty much there for a day, kind of getting pushed, people interacting with it, maybe sharing it. But after that, it's after especially a couple days or a week, most people aren't going to be stumbling upon that content anymore, because it's not a search-based platform. It's a content first, kind of in the now based platform, right? And because of this, I think we have to take a different approach with our mindset and the way we approach YouTube videos, because it is a search-based platform, which means videos can continue to get views years and years and years down the road. And so I want to talk to you guys today a little bit about how to set up your videos to succeed in the long game. All right. And I actually want to share with you guys my most popular video, which I'll go ahead and share my screen here. So the cool thing with this video, this is my most popular one. Let me know, do a little light bulb or give me a little thumbs up or something in the chat if you guys have seen this video. This is my most popular video. And as you guys can see, it is looking to be almost 2 years old, right? So we're at almost 2 years old for this video. It's got about 2.5 million views, but it's still getting views today, and it's still helping push the channel to grow today. And people are still finding it today because it is ranked in search. So when people search lighting for YouTube video, mine pops up and it continues to get views, right? And that is the amazingly cool thing about YouTube, is you don't have to just keep making content all the time. Like if you don't post, you're not getting views. That's not true, because your videos can work for you. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. So the first point, well, first let me say hey to some of you guys. Thanks for showing up. Let's see if we got this to work. We got Mike in the chat. What's up, Mike? We got Blunt Boss. How's it going? Ron. What's up, guys? Mystic Shepherd. Oh, good morning to Michaela. Yes, Michaela is in the chat as well. Awesome. Wesley likes my YouTube intro video. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Toyin, awesome. Good afternoon to you as well. Kevin, what's up, man? Appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for the encouragement today. Omari, what's up, Omari? Hello. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being here in this stream today. We're going to be doing some Q&A towards the end of the video, so stick around. But first, I want to go ahead and just cover a couple of practical tips on how to create what I would call evergreen content. All right, we're going to create evergreen content. Why is this important? Because it is a lot better to put time and effort and energy into creating something that is going to continue to work for you over time. All right, so let's move on to this. Here's some couple points I want to talk about. I'm going to share my screen for a second. All right, so we're going to focus on making search-based content. We're going to make videos that are solutions to common problems. We're going to answer common questions for beginners in your niche, and you want to share top secrets or tips for your niche. All right, so let's talk about that a little bit. Focus on making search-based content, right? So what you need to be thinking is within your niche and the topics that you're considering making, ask yourself, like, is this searchable? Is somebody even looking this up, right? Because if the answer is yes, then you have a better chance at ranking. And ranking is going to be the thing that allows you to get a lot of views. And then you want to make videos that are solutions to common problems. So whatever your niche is, whether you're doing fitness or you're doing gardening or you're a cooking channel or a dance channel or a gaming channel, whatever you may be, think about the common problems that people are having within your niche and offer solutions, right? Make videos that are solving those problems, quick tips, how-to videos, top secrets. All of these things are great ways to create evergreen content because these are common problems that beginners, when they start playing a game or getting into gardening or learning how to dance or learning how to cook, they're going to encounter some common issues and common problems that you already have had to encounter yourself, right? And so the whole point of this is to condense their time and to make it a lot faster for them to learn based off of your experience. And if you can make videos that are just simple things, right? Like for me, I made this lighting for YouTube video because I was like, all right, if people are going to do YouTube and they want to stand out and have good quality, one of the things they're probably going to look up is how to light their videos. So I made lighting for YouTube videos, and I was able to make it very short and very to the point to save people's time. It's a 5-minute video, and I would encourage you guys to try that out. Like, can you take something that took you hours or days or years to learn and condense it into 5 minutes to help somebody out, whether you're doing whatever your niche is, whether it's gaming or dancing or gardening or cooking or whatever. Like, figure out how to condense the learning curve for people, and your videos will do really, really well. All right, so then again, you want to share your top secrets or tips, right? So don't hold anything back. Just like help people, right? That's what this is all about. The more you can add value to the viewer, the more of a loyal fan they can become, and the more your channel will grow, the more they'll share your content. So all of those things are great for making long form content. Well, not long form content, but making long lasting content on YouTube. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll continue on a little bit here. The next point that I want to bring up is every video is an investment. Every video is an investment. So what do I mean by this? Well, the key is, there's a quote that I want to share, and it's, the key is not in spending time, but in investing it. All right. So think about this. Every video is an investment. All right. We've established that. And the thing that you need to think about is, it's like, if you want to spend time making a great video, because it can continue to work for you for years and years and years to come. And the way that is the way you do this is to treat each video as an employee. All right? Because videos will continue to work for you for years to come. Don't be discouraged if your views are low at first. A video can take off at any time. So think about that subject of treating a video like an employee. It's like every video that you make is now working for you. It's working to get views to your channel. It's working to get eyeballs on your content, and it's working to add value to the viewers. And so one of the best ways you can do this is to read your comments. Like, look through your comments and just pay attention to, what are people asking? What, maybe they get a lot of value out of a video, but it leaves them with a question, and they're like, okay, that's great, but how do I do this? Make a video to answer their question, because other people are also going to have that question, right? So this is just a really good strategy. Now, you may be thinking, Ben, I don't have a lot of comments on my videos right now. I'm very new. Like, there's just not a lot of input. Well, here's what you can do. Go to other channels in your niche, the top ones, the best ones, and read through their comments and pay attention to what questions people are asking in their comments, because these are the common questions that you can then come and bring solutions to and start answering, because maybe the bigger channels just haven't gotten around to those videos yet, right? So that's a power tip that you can use to kind of like start getting some awesome input and some good video ideas for your content, all right? Really, really cool. So the next thing I want to do is to share consistency builds skill. Consistency builds skill. All right. And this is the thing. Overnight success, right? Going viral and overnight success can be dangerous if you're not ready for it. Okay. And so I want to encourage you guys, like, I honestly believe in a lot of situations, the slow growth over time is better than the overnight blowing up, because I really do think that the slow growth over time is better than overnight success, because it's going to teach you how to make better videos. It's going to teach you how to have endurance. It's going to teach you how to be ready for how to handle all of a sudden having an audience that wants you to keep posting videos. And you're going to learn a lot in that time frame. You're going to level up your skills. You're going to learn how to interact and build a community, right? So you've got to be thinking about, how can you be developing yourself now? Maybe you haven't gotten to that like full-time level yet. Maybe you're still in the growth season. That's not a bad thing, right? So just be thinking, what lessons am I learning? How can I sharpen my skills so that I can be ready when things do start to take off? Because the beautiful thing about YouTube and a lot of social media platforms is that anything can kind of take off at any moment. If you keep putting in the work and keep putting in making awesome videos that are really giving value to people, it can take off and people can start to catch on to it. So be sharpening your skills in the meantime. All right. And I actually want to share a verse with you guys from the Bible, because that's something that I find a lot of wisdom from, and that I feel like is very helpful for me personally. And so I just want to share that with you guys because I think it's some good truth. So there's a verse that says in Romans 5, suffering creates endurance, endurance creates character, and character creates confidence. Suffering creates endurance, endurance creates character, and character creates confidence. It can feel like suffering, right? It can feel a little bit like suffering when you're putting hours and hours and hours of work into a video just to see it flop. There's like maybe 5 views, 0 views, 10 views, and you're like, man, I just spent hours on this edit. I spent hours doing this thing and it's just not getting the views that I was hoping for. Or maybe wherever it is that your channel is at, maybe you post and instead of ranking number 1 out of 10, it's 10 out of 10. And you're like, man, I put more work into this than any of the other videos so far. This is frustrating. Well, remember that verse, because suffering creates endurance, endurance creates character, and character creates confidence, right? So in those times where you are putting in the work and you're not seeing the results right away in terms of views, that's still okay, because A, you never know when that video could take off, and B, those 5, 10, 100, however many views you're getting are still real people getting value out of your content. And C, you're still developing your skills and learning, getting 1% better because you took the time and put in the effort to make that video. So all of that to say, at the end of doing that 1 time, 5 times, 10 times, 100 videos in, you're going to be a lot more confident than when you started. And at that point, you may start to grow and see your stuff take off, and you're going to be more equipped and ready for it than you would have been in the beginning stages when you were just learning and starting out. All right. So all that stuff to say, I think like there's some good stuff to take from that verse. All right. I don't want to kind of like take a second to chat with everybody here. All right, we got Nolan in the chat. What's up, Nolan? Live stream breakdown eventually. Yes, sir. I'm going to be doing that soon. Thank you so much. All right, we've got Rushmore Show. That's a good word. Hey, man, anything from the Bible's a good word. Just gotta say it. We've got Torah Shalom from Italy. Awesome. Thank you for stopping by. Thomas popped in to say all your videos are really helpful. Learned a lot from you. Thanks so much, Thomas. Appreciate it. I will keep smashing. All right. We've got Technology Master still suffering. Man, I hear you, dude. Like that, it can be tough sometimes, but just hang in there. Like, know that at any point, one of your videos can start to take off, and just try to look at what videos of yours are performing best, and maybe try to double down on some of those, right? And just really think through some of the stuff we've been talking about earlier. If you were here or not, maybe go catch the replay, but just talking about like, man, can you start making videos that are giving solutions to common problems that people in your niche are having? Let's see. We got Calvin. What's up, Calvin? Thanks for stopping by. Got Elliot, family of 7. God is good all the time. All right. Affiliate School, awesome live stream. All right, guys, thank you so much. This has been good so far. I actually want to take a second to talk to you guys about the sponsor of today's stream, which is Soundstripe. All right, and while we do this, I'm going to start playing a little bit of music in the background from Soundstripe. Okay. Soundstripe is an awesome music licensing platform, and this is where I use all of my music for both YouTube videos and client projects. I've been using them for years, way before I started my YouTube channel, and they're just an awesome platform to get great music. And the point of Soundstripe is it can be frustrating, right, to go find music for your videos, because there's so much stuff out there just trying to find, like, searching on YouTube or searching wherever, and you don't know if you can legally use it, and it's just not even that good, and you spend hours just trying to find a good one. Well, no more. Use Soundstripe. It's a lot simpler. Everything on their platform is legal to use for your YouTube videos and for client work. It's super simple. And we're going to talk a little bit about it. I actually have a playlist on Soundstripe's website that I've curated with about 19, 20 or so of my favorite songs that I use all the time in my YouTube videos. And so you can start there. Go check it out. If you like the music I use in my videos, this is where I get it. All right. They have great search tools. They make it really easy to find a song quickly. So on average, most creators on Soundstripe spend 5 minutes or less finding the right song for their project. So you can, sort things by genre. You can sort it by mood, by energy, by tempo, by instrument, like so many things. If you have a vision for the type of song you want to hear. And one of my favorite new features is actually this thing called similar songs. So if you do find a song you like, but it's just not quite right, you can use search similar songs and it will give you 5 similar options. Super good for just breezing through and finding a great track for your video. All right, and here is the pricing. You're going to be looking at about $150 for a year, unlimited music from their website. All right, so that is a crazy deal. I used to spend over $4,000 a year when I would license music, when I was doing more freelance work and using other sites before I found Soundstripe. So going from $4,000 a year to $150 a year for unlimited tracks, like that is insane. So their pricing is very competitive. I've done videos comparing all the music licensing sites, and I really do believe in Soundstripe. They also have some sound effects and stock video plans, but I really love their music plan. Super affordable compared to the others, and it just takes the headache out of trying to find music for your videos. And all their tracks are fire. As you guys can hear in the background, we're listening to some Soundstripe music right now. All right, so that's pretty cool. Shout out to Soundstripe for sponsoring the video. Let's move on to some Q&A time, all right? And I'll leave some Soundstripe music going in the background for a little bit. And let's just kind of hang out a little bit, all right? I want to hear some questions from you. If you guys could do me a favor, I'm using a new streaming platform right now called Ecamm, which I'll have a link in the description. I don't know if it's there right now, but I'll put one there afterwards. But if you guys could, oh, my music stopped. Let's keep it going. If you guys could type Q before your question, I'll actually be able to search through the questions faster. All right. So if you've got a question, put a Q and then write your question. All right. All right. Let's see. I'm going to jump into some of these comments. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go revisit as you guys start to put some questions together. I'm going to go revisit some of these older comments. We've got Mike, suffering phase is hectic, but once you get past it, you feel much lighter and see that it was worth it. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's in the suffering phases, in the trouble phases. I mean, suffering is an intense word, but it can feel that way sometimes, legit, especially emotionally. It can be draining, right? But it's in those seasons that we get developed, that we get pushed, that we get stretched, and that we're able to grow and get better and stronger. All right. Sensei Blake, I have arrived. Welcome to me being here. Amazing. Thank you for being here, Sensei Blake. That's great. Okay, great question. Pro Scale Models asks, would it get boring if you doubled down on the videos that did well? Absolutely not. It would not get boring. There's a couple reasons why. One of the main reasons why it would not get boring is because chances of all of your subscribers seeing the first video and the second video is pretty slim. Like, to be honest, like most 100% of your subscribers, 100% return rate on every video would be amazing. So most people don't have that. So if you post a video that did well, like something similar, a part 2, a lot of people are going to see it that haven't even seen part 1 yet, and that's just going to push them to go see part 1. Okay. Plus, it's proven, right? There's this quote that says success leaves clues. And so if you look at your best performing video, there's a reason why it was best performing. The way you're presenting and talking about that topic, the way you're shedding light on it, it is different than how other people have, or people are resonating with the way you do it, and you just have something good to say about it. So do it again and just try it. Best thing is just to try it, because at the end of the day, I think it's a great tool to do. So definitely, I don't think it would get boring. I guess if you just are only ever posting the same thing over and over, that might get boring, but give it a little bit of space, like maybe wait a month and do a part 2 and just see how it goes. Or maybe you've already been, your top video's already been up for a while. Go ahead and do a part 2 and just see how it goes. All right. Affiliate school, Soundstripe is fantastic. Absolutely. All right. Josh, thanks for stopping by the stream. He says, hope everyone's doing good today. Thanks for sharing the positivity. I hope all of you are doing good as well. He says, first time catching you live. I don't go live a lot, but I'm trying to do it more. So glad you're able to catch the stream. Let's see. Looking through. All right, we got some questions coming in. All right, Javier, do sponsors look for you or do you have to find them? I'd say it's a little bit of both, but in my experience, and I can only really speak from my experience, most of the time sponsors find you. It's kind of twofold though, because the reason that Soundstripe, for example, is sponsoring this video is prior to them being a sponsor, I signed up on their website as an affiliate. So I started recommending them just because I genuinely do believe in what they're doing and in their product. So I started to recommend them, and on their end, they started to notice getting clicks from my link, and that made them eventually reach out when they started to realize like, oh, we're getting some traffic from this. So on the other hand, I've had other companies just reach out because they've stumbled upon my content online. So, and on the other side, I have reached out to some companies as well. So it can it can work both ways, but my best piece of advice, if you're looking to get sponsored, is sign up with some affiliates. I'm going to drink some water real quick. Sign up as an affiliate on some websites that you believe in and that you like to use, and just start recommending them. And eventually you may get noticed if those affiliate links are doing well. All right, we've got VR late. Background light distance from you. I don't know off the top of my head, but I would say I'm probably 3 feet from the wall. Wall behind me is probably about 3 feet away. All right, looking. All right, Josh says, what kinds of things can you recommend to help dealing with the slow growth early on? I definitely go watch some of the beginning of this stream on the replay, but the best thing I can say to deal with the slow growth is to just really focus on creating content that is adding value to people. So think about your niche, and if you don't have a niche, identify a niche, because that will really help. That will really help. But just try to get super focused and get super clear on like, who am I serving? Who am I talking to? What is my content about? What am I about on this space, this little slice of the internet on YouTube with this particular channel? What is it about? Get clear. Take this time in the slow growth when you're not in front of, a huge audience. This is the time to experiment. This is the time to really dive in and get clear about some of those things so that you can start to develop the audience. So use the growing seasons to identify and get clear on what it is that you're about. And I think you'll find some growth in that and clarity, and things will be simpler and you'll feel more confident because you know who you are and who you're talking to. All right. Blonde Boss, how many hours do you spend a week on the whole YouTube process as a full-time creator? A lot of hours. I don't even know the answer to that, honestly, because the whole YouTube process is more than just making a video, right? It's a full-time job, and at that, it's probably more hours than a full-time job. But that's all right because I'm passionate about it and I love getting to do what I do. But I would say it's a lot of hours, so you have to be prepared to put in the work. And that was one of the other things I wanted to mention with this whole stream today is it takes time. You've got to put in the work. It's not just something that magically happens because you want it to. It does take time to develop these skills and to develop even how to talk to an audience, how to find an audience, there's so many things into it, but it's a full-time job. So think of like your typical 9 to 5, right? So going back to your question, think of your typical 9 to 5, except there's more hours than that. So I do try to stay balanced. So me and Michaela work together full-time doing this. This is creating reels for Instagram. It's creating, talking to brands. And like just yesterday, we had 2 meetings with sponsors, and it's time, right? So there's a lot of different variables. It's also developing courses and thinking of the future and planning. So lots of different stuff to go into it. And on top of that, we're still making our videos. And right now it's just the two of us. I don't have like another editor. There's not like another person that comes in and shoots content of me. It's just me and Michaela. All right. So we put a lot of hours in. We're hoping to grow into adding on some people later on. But for now, we're having a good time and it's fun. I don't have an exact hour amount though. All right, Mike, what lens would you recommend for a Canon SL2? Remind me, Mike, is a Canon SL2, is that a mirrorless camera? I'm going to look it up real quick. Give me 1 second. Canon SL2, a Rebel. Okay, cool. Yes, I had a similar camera. I had the T3i back in the day. I would recommend checking out for talking head videos, live streaming, stuff like that. I would recommend checking out the Sigma 16 millimeter 1.4 crop sensor lens. Amazing lens for the price. It's a really good value. All right, looking through. Much better. All right, Mystic Shepherd Gaming. He says, I record and edit on my PS4. That's interesting. I didn't even know you could edit on your PS4. That's kind of cool. Is there a way to make my voiceover sound better? Keep in mind, my laptop is ancient, so it can't handle much, but I do have one. Interesting. Okay, so yes, there's definitely ways to make your voice sound better. My first line of defense with audio and microphone stuff is get close to the mic. Get as close as you can, and then beyond that, look at your environment. Are you in an echoey space? Do you have hard floors, hard walls? Try dropping some blankets down, putting some cushion stuff around you to help dampen the sound, just like you would experiment with lights where you have like a bounce or things like that. Sound bounces and reverberates and does stuff. So if you can put some softer cloth, some thicker blankets, stuff around you, not in frame of your shot or whatever, but just like around you, that could help a lot with just getting a better quality sound without even doing anything to it. Beyond that, I do have some videos on the channel on how to do post-production. So I would recommend going and check that out. Hopefully those would answer your questions with some good details and visuals more than I can right now, but great question. All right, looking through. Sensei Blake says, I get confused between OBS and Streamlabs. Isn't one preferred by more streamers? OBS is, a lot of people use it. It's free. That's why people prefer it. Another great platform is StreamYard, especially if you're on a PC. That's a fantastic option. But if you are on a Mac, I would highly, highly, highly recommend Ecamm. That's what I'm using right now. It's actually at the Pro versions. It's cheaper than StreamYard, and you can do a lot of cool stuff like play music and show videos and pull up the chat, and everything is in really good resolution and quality. So if you're on a Mac, Ecamm, especially if you're at a place where you feel like you can invest a little bit of money into it. All right. Cool. Awesome, guys. Well, this has been really fun. I think that we're probably going to be wrapping up the stream soon. One thing I want to mention is, like, if you're not already, please go connect with me on Instagram. I love to be able to like DM you guys, and like if you have questions, message me on Instagram. I do try to look into that stuff and get questions answered. Sometimes even more so than I can in the comments on the YouTube videos. It's just a little easy to do some back and forth. So if you have questions about stuff, go find me on Instagram. It's at Ben Johnson Creative, and we can connect there. I appreciate you guys hanging on the stream today. It's been a lot of fun. Again, I mainly did this because I wanted to share some encouragement. I wanted to talk through the subject of how it can take time to grow on YouTube. And I also wanted to keep testing out my live streaming setup. This is my second time using Ecamm. So far, I absolutely love it. It's been a lot of fun, but I'm still getting used to it. And even just live streaming in general, I think this is maybe my 7th or 8th live stream ever. So I'm still pretty new to it. But hey, we're doing this thing. It's the long game, right? So I appreciate you guys hanging out and stopping by. Make sure to check out Soundstripe. One thing I forgot to mention with Soundstripe is you can use code CREATIVE20 to save 20%. And I'll have that information in the description below. All right. We got a super chat from Toyin. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. That's awesome. Yeah, you guys never have to do that type of stuff, but I always appreciate you guys supporting the channel. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Toyin. Guys, this has been super fun. Again, I'm going to hang around just for another minute or two if anybody else has any questions, comments, concerns, hopes, dreams, anything you want to do. You know, we're here, we're hanging just for a sec. And just circling back to some of the stuff we talked to, if you're new here to the stream, you'll be able to catch it all in the replay. But the main points were create evergreen content. You want to focus on making search-based content, videos that are solving, that are answering questions that people have, common questions that people have. You want to treat every video as an investment. And so look at the video as being an employee that's going to work for you long after, you know, the video is finished. So for years and years, it can continue to get views, which is awesome. And then consistency builds skill. It may feel like you're in the heat of it right now, just trying to grow, not seeing results, but that is going to create endurance, and endurance will create character, and character will create confidence, right? So that's a little wrap up from what we talked about. This has been awesome, guys. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there. Appreciate everybody stopping by, and we're going to go back to old Ben to give us a little outro, all right? I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Now, part of treating YouTube as the long game is having a solid strategy on how to actually make money. To learn 10 ways that you can multiply your income as a content creator, continue on to this video here. And as always, stay creative. Peace.